All right, now a super common, very popular request that I get from my students, from you guys, is to talk about e-commerce. And that's a huge beast. That's massive. And I can create an entire course on e-commerce. Hold up. I just got an idea. I will create an entire course on e-commerce, but not right now. That's a huge, huge undertaking, and I want to do it right. But I want to give you a quick little intro to how you can get started with an e-commerce store for free. It's amazing, and it might surprise you if you've never experienced this before, how easy it is to get your online store up and running. It's actually with this Mojo Marketplace that you installed this theme on my live site here, you would have done the same. If I were to go to plugins, you'll see at the bottom, WooCommerce is already installed, just not activated. Now, if it's not installed at all, just search in your plugin search bar WooCommerce, install it, activate WooCommerce. It's an e-commerce toolkit that helps you sell anything. That's what they say. And so I'm just going to go through the setup here. Let's say, let's go. Page setup. You can go ahead and you can see kind of the information about that sort of stuff. Feel free to go through this little tutorial they have here to get your store set up. You can choose where your store is based. So obviously I'm based out of Canada, Alberta, Canadian dollars and kilograms, because that's how we do. Continue. This is if you're selling physical goods. You don't have to sell physical goods. You don't have to set these things up. You could skip them if you want to ship products, if you want to set up your tax. I'm going to skip that. Payments, enter your PayPal email address, or if you want to take checks, cash and delivery, or this thing. I've never heard of that before. I'm going to skip that as well. So here we go. My store is ready. I'm going to go ahead and create my first product. And so I'm just going to say underpants. I'm not selling underpants, by the way. And I just have a little bit of information about the underpants. Product category. I'm going to say delicates. Product data, simple product. It's not virtual or downloadable unless you have downloadable underpants. Inventory, you can manage the stock. You could choose, if you have 4 underpants available, you can do back orders. You could choose if it's in stock, out of stock. Shipping, you could choose the weight, shipping class, all that sort of stuff. If you're into that, if you sell physical products. If you're selling virtual products like I sell, let's say the UWD course, and we're going to say a simple product is virtual and downloadable. You're not going to add inventory, things like that, because you can do as many as you want. So I don't need to manage the stock. And then you could play around with the product description down here. You can add a gallery of images. I just have this one silly image of me here. And then I'm just going to say publish. And why don't we just preview what that looks like? So we got the UWD course, information, product description, and we don't have anything set up. They can't buy yet because we haven't set up our PayPal information. So if you wanted to do that, go to your WooCommerce tab here. You can go to your settings. And then in here is where you can finish those settings, add in your payments. If you want to be able to receive payments, obviously via PayPal, things like that. You can change your products. This is all the settings. If you wanted to take orders, and I believe in here, if you go to WooCommerce orders, this will show you the orders of if someone made an order, you can handle that there. And if you wanted to play around with add-ons, you can go to their WooCommerce add-ons, and that tells you a whole bunch of things you could do. You could take Amazon payments, Stripe, subscriptions if you have a subscription site. You could do certain things like UPS, dynamic pricing. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do and integrate for free and paid. Both options are there. And there are also themes that WooCommerce offers, and they're also free ones, but the WooCommerce WooThemes storefront shows you kind of some themes that you can use to sell your products. And they're built in. They look nice to sell products. They have kind of a setup sort of store, online store. It kind of has a nice layout that you can play around with. So if you don't want to use the built-in WordPress theme that doesn't look good for a shop, like so, but you wanted to have it be a little bit nicer, you could check out the WooCommerce WooThemes storefront. And you could play around with that. There are free ones. There are paid ones inside and outside of WooThemes. And so like I said, the WooCommerce and e-commerce integration can be created into an entirely massive, massive course outside of just this little lecture here. But you can easily get up and running with WooCommerce for free and start selling products literally today. Now, I won't go into, how to create the products and how to sell those products and all that sort of stuff. I just wanted to give you the framework and the option to go in there and just play around. I'm assuming by this point you have quite a bit of knowledge about web development and design and the internet and how WordPress works. So I encourage you to just explore on this front. Like I said, this was kind of just an overview of the WordPress framework and software, plugins, security, themes, different things you could do to get up and running. And I do have a course specifically on WordPress and how to develop those themes. And we have a plugin course to show you how to develop plugins. And so we'll talk about that upcoming in the next couple lectures. All right, see you later.